2, 1.
Johnny, we haven't got enough houses, have we? Yeah, Johnny, we've talked about it before on the Ask Johnny channel. Johnny, these situations seem to be happening all over the world. It seems it's a bloody common problem in the US, England, Europe, Australia, every bloody country you can think of.
The majority of people in Ireland are in favour of tougher rules on migration to reduce the large numbers coming into the country, which is already struggling with a housing crisis. You've heard us speak about it on here already.
On paper, Danielle and Kristen Sills are the perfect first-time home buyers. But the last house they bid on had 29 offers.
It sold for about 70 or 80,000 over what the asking price was. And it was a 1,200 square foot home.
The Productivity Commissioner has issued a pretty grave warning about the housing crisis. In particular, saying Sydney is at risk of becoming a city with no grandchildren if we don't address the housing crisis.
Oh my God!
Now the Home Office has built up a stock of 16,000 properties to house asylum seekers.
How many bloody houses? 16,000 houses. Jesus.
Despite chronic shortages across the UK of homes for young people, families, veterans and the homeless.
We're just going to have to knuckle down, Johnny, and catch up. Well, that's not going to work, Johnny. What do you mean? We're never going to catch up. Never catch up? Yeah, that's right. We'll never bloody catch up. It's obvious. So do you mean to say that we're going to have a housing crisis for the next 100 years? Yeah, we can't. It's impossible. I mean, all these countries they're bringing forth these big projects to build more and more houses and all that sort of stuff. But it's just never going to get there. Jesus Christ. I mean, our good friend Jeff Taylor, he's in England and he gives a bloody spiel on it. And just about every point he brings up for England, you could use those same points throughout the world. All right, let's hear him.
Right, let's be clear from the start. We don't have a housing crisis. We have a population crisis.
Well, he's got a point there, Johnny.
We have a population crisis that gets worse and worse every single year, while our governments, the last one, this one and the next one, continue to lay multiple miles wide one-way red carpets across our borders.
Well, I suppose.
According to the BBC, to increase from the current 67.9 million to 74 million by 2036, just 12 years away, it will have gone up by 6.1 million people.
If it ever does, would you believe it?
We got it in Great Britain, we got it in Canada, we've got it in the US, we got it here in Australia. I mean,
That's an increase of just over 500,000 people a year added to the population. And I don't see either the Labour Party nor the Tories doing anything to alter that. Anyway, with that extra 6.1 million people, at 2.4 people per home on average, that means we need to build at least 212,000 homes every year just for that increase.
Jesus. Oh, that's true.
Then factor in that we already have a huge housing shortage, and the houses that need rebuilding for the current population, as well as new houses that need building as the population moves about the country chasing employment or a better school catchment area. To cater for all of this, the government has an aim of building 300,000 new houses a year.
Maybe it will.
But last year it managed to build only 210,000.
We're never going to catch up. Well, I suppose. Yeah, we never will.